For today's video in the Pharmaceutics video series, we will be showing you how to make glycerinated gelatin troches. The first thing you are going to want to do is gather all of your materials. You will need Q-tips, an evaporating dish, glycerin, acacia, sodium saccharin, bentonite, gelatin, citric acid, a glass thermometer, flavored Kool-Aid mix, a troche mold. For the troche molds that we have in our lab, each cavity holds about 1 gram of drug. Mineral oil, a rubber spatula, metal spatulas, and glass stirring rods, a hot plate, a glass beaker, and an electronic balance. Make sure you calibrate the balance before using it. For step 2, you are going to clean all of your glassware and your workstation. For step 3, go ahead and start boiling water in the glass beaker to use as your water bath. Step 4 is lubricating your troche mold using mineral oil. Add 1 drop of mineral oil to every other cavity. You want to avoid over-lubricating the mold, otherwise the quality of your troches will be compromised. Use the Q-tip to spread the mineral oil within each cavity. Try and get as close to an even distribution as possible. For step 5, you're going to weigh out all of the drug. Make sure to zero your balance using the weighing paper. You are going to weigh out the bentonite, sodium saccharin, acacia, citric acid, and Kool-Aid mix. Add all of the drug to the glass mortar. Triturate the drug using the glass pestle. Use the rubber spatula to try and gather all of the drug together. For step 6, you are going to heat the glycerin with gelatin. To weigh out the glycerin, go ahead and zero your balance using the evaporating dish. You are going to need 10.7 milliliters of glycerin. Pour the glycerin into a graduated cylinder. Use a little more than 10.7 milliliters because it's going to be difficult to get all of the glycerin out of the graduated cylinder. You have to use the density of glycerin to determine the weight of glycerin that is equivalent to 10.7 milliliters. Pour the glycerin directly into the evaporating dish until you get the weight that you want. You are now going to add 1.5 milliliters of DI water to the glycerin. Now you can weigh out the gelatin. Put the evaporating dish with the glycerin and water on top of your water bath. Use the glass thermometer to determine when the mixture reaches 80 degrees Celsius. When the mixture gets to 80 degrees Celsius, go ahead and start adding the gelatin to the glycerin and water. Add the gelatin in small increments and make sure you continue stirring thoroughly. It may take a little while to get the gelatin to dissolve fully. Keep stirring until you don't see any solid particles. Step 7 involves mixing in the drug with the glycerin and gelatin. Remove your evaporating dish from the water bath. Add in the drug and mix with a glass stirring rod. You may choose to add a little of the drug at a time rather than all at once, if that makes the mixing process easier. The bowl still may be hot, so be careful when handling it. For step 8, you are going to now prepare the troches in the mold. When you are pouring your mixture into the troche mold, make sure you overfill slightly in each cavity. Use a rubber spatula to push any of the excess mixture into that last empty cavity. You may also use the other empty cavities to pour any excess. Your final pour should appear something like this. You want to be able to see the lines that divide the cavities. Place your troches into the refrigerator and let them cool. Once cooled, you can remove the troches.